Yo, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the New York session. What is happening? Just wait for a few more of you beautiful people to pass through to today's live. What is going on? No, the face reveal has not been done yet, but man, I am supercharged for it. I am looking forward to doing the face reveal, and that is coming to you guys very soon. So mad love and respect for everyone passing through to today's New York session. I'm going to leave the music to be playing just ever so slightly. Man, I'm pumped for today. Today, I'm looking forward to price action. We have had a beautiful stop hunt territory game by Mr. Market Maker. And today, what I'm looking at doing is going to try and talk you through the chaos of this mad game that we call trading. So mad love and respect for everyone passing through to today's live. Check in, people. Make sure you're filling out that TR ratio. I want to make sure all my pattern watchers are here. And if you are new passing through to the live, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Traders Reality channel. Make sure to subscribe so you can catch up with these lives that I do Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, 2 p.m. GMT UK time. And of course, we finalize it with a video or a stream in the evenings at 10 p.m. UK time as well. So beautiful, people. Without further ado, we've got some price action to talk to. We've got some fire to bring to you all. Let's have a conversation, guys. Let's roll with it. Here we go. So Bitcoin, what have you been up to? Man, I've missed doing my live streams. I sometimes think that I can't take the time off over the weekends, man. As much as the weekend doesn't really bring much activity, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but I've just got this addiction to be on the charts continuously, just talking about the madness that we see every single day. So firstly, ladies and gentlemen, let's start breaking down the chart to understand exactly what is the situation with Bitcoin right now. So let me just remove all of this stuff right here and let's dive into the 1 hour time frame. So if you are a day trader and you want to understand what Bitcoin is getting up to, then this is the sort of thing that you really want to try and do when you want to make sense of the madness in the chart. So Bitcoin, over the weekend, we saw Bitcoin come all the way down, initiate a stop hunt low, and they shook out quite a few of the long liquidated long traders who are trying to catch Bitcoin's move to the upside. Now, what's important about this range, ladies and gentlemen, is from the higher time frames on the 4 hour, you can see that we're trying to break away from this 50 EMA, okay? And there's not been that much success. And if the success of this breakout to the upside is going to be long-standing, should I say, we really need to see price break away from this point and formulate a move like this, come and break away from the 200 to come back into it and then try and shift out. If you watch the video that I posted earlier on today, you'll kind of have an understanding of what to expect with this structure right here. But until we see that behavior, ladies and gentlemen, the narrative is that Bitcoin is trading lower. But remember, what constitutes a valid pattern? You see, now that we've had Bitcoin break down lower here, does it mean the pattern's invalidated? Well, from Sunday night stream, we were having that conversation and understanding that although the pattern did break, okay, so you would assume that it was invalid, they came straight back up into it. And now we're trading higher, okay? Now, there are calls for Bitcoin to drop. There are calls for Bitcoin to move higher, ladies and gentlemen. Regardless of that, whatever zone Bitcoin decides to move to, we must be cautious of the manipulative ways by Mr. Market Maker. And we're going to dive into the smaller time frames to understand that development. So let's go back into the 1 hour time frame. Mad love for people passing through to today. Yes, S&P is stagnant. It really is. But I believe the S&P is going to, actually the NASDAQ. Quite frankly, the NASDAQ, if we look, might actually get a little bit of a gap down, a very small gap down, and hopefully try and formulate some structure right here, because we do have some imbalances up here that we do want to try and come back into, which will be reflected in Bitcoin. Now, going back into Bitcoin, we can see a big green vector candle breaking above the 200 EMA, but they've already broken above the 200 EMA. And if you notice, you can see that we have got the following: 1, 2. Now, potentially, is this the third hit, or aren't they finished with this range? Remember, fast candles that appear in the chart, if they go nowhere, we are in the presence of a stop hunt. Okay, so just be mindful of this candle. Traders right now are trying to rush to the chart on the belief that Bitcoin is going to go higher from this point right now. So just be mindful of that. Okay, they've already broken above the 41. They came down. Did it again. They came down. Now, is New York going to show us that same flavor? Is the UK session right now going to mark price up, initiate a stop hunt, and then try and reverse it back down? Well, let's just have a look at where we are in terms of liquidations, because right now we are eating the stops for the short liquidation. So if we go into the actual chart itself, you can see over the weekend we saw $317 million worth of shorts liquidated. Then Bitcoin makes the move up again. Now we have $165 million worth of longs in this area right here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, more trades are being opened. There's 104 right there. And then, of course, we have got some more $47 million worth of shorts here and 60 right there. Okay, so there's a lot of longs in this area. Is there any reason for them to come back into it? Most definitely. Is there any reason for them to keep going higher? Most definitely. And the question stands, what are they going to do first? Okay, you can see that even the 100x traders at 40,700, they've been liquidated, man. That's very unfortunate for those guys. With the big move up and sharply pull back down. Just look at this. That green dot right there. $85 million worth of longs eaten alive. Okay, we're trying to now make sense of whether or not Bitcoin is actually going to break out and completely take this range, because it is stop hunt territory. Okay, are they finished? Do they want to add more shorts to the chart, or do they want to actually take advantage and rip through that range right now, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to quickly have a look at the liquidation points for the shorts. Give it a second. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No fire. No fire by high block. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. So look, this move up right now by Bitcoin would be consistent with them coming to take this liquidation right here. Unfortunately, we do have some longs in the chart right here. So $2.6 billion worth of longs down below. All right. But the liquidity seems to be up here. So we're trying to gauge right now. Are they trying to trap more longs whilst running through the short liquidations? Or are they going to just move into the short liquidations ever so slightly to induce more longs to bring it back down again? This is what we're trying to make sense of. So just monitor this candlestick right here, ladies and gentlemen, and try and make sense of it in the sense of if they're breaking higher and not going anywhere, then we are in the presence of a stop hunt, which will then lead me over to the Bookmap itself. What's the Bookmap saying? This absolute madness, ladies and gentlemen. I engage in that sports commentary right here, guys, and when we try and make sense of what's going on. So let me bring it closer for you. As you can see in the Bookmap itself, we have got a lot of liquidity trying to come into the chart, but to be honest with you, you can see this is quite spaced out. We've got lots of liquidity down at 40,400, and then we got 488 Bitcoin sat in the order book waiting to be filled at 40,000, between 40,200 and 40,100. If you notice with the price action right here, you can see that they've been opening and closing orders. Now, what you'll also notice as well, ladies and gentlemen, is we have these purple and green lines, and we've also got these red figures right here. The figures above right here, ladies and gentlemen, are the liquidation points. The purple and green lines are the sweeps. Now, the reason why I've got this on here, ladies and gentlemen, is to help me understand that every time we see a green or a purple line, it tells us that they are absorbing orders and sweeping through the book at speed, which is consistent with them hitting stops. Think about it. Right here, there was 85 Bitcoin absorbed on the move up. So if I move it quite close, you can see right here, there was 85 Bitcoin absorbed. They had just taken out some liquidations whilst traders were coming in and buying Bitcoin at the same time. Now, what I always like to look for, ladies and gentlemen, is the presence of delta, big bubble deltas. This is what these little bubbles are in the chart. And what I've found is the more positive delta we see as price is rising up, the more inclined we are to believe that they're getting ready to try and reverse it back down, because the idea is traders buy, retail traders buy at a premium, market maker sells at a premium. And the way that they move price higher is the higher the delta is when price is rising, it is giving a misconception, because retail traders will then come and buy because price is rising. But the only way that they can buy is if they are being sold to, which would explain why price reverses whenever you see a big high being made. So for example, if we look at the chart itself right here, you can see traders are coming into the chart and buying at the highest point. Mr. Market Maker needs people so that he can sell into at a premium. He sells at a premium, not at a discount. That's what retail trader does. They buy at a premium and they sell at a discount. Who does that? You know? What's happening, Air Crypto? Mad love. Okay, Tom. Earnings report this week. Is it going to make a difference? Yes, it will make a difference. Why? Because it's all going to be down to what tech companies are going to be declaring good earnings. Okay. Now, there appears to be this disparity between NASDAQ and Bitcoin. All right. So if I just bring this over to here and split the screen, I'm going to make sense of this right now. So here we go. Here's the NASDAQ. All right. So let me just tidy up this chart right here just to make sense of it all. Come on. Here we go. All right, then. So this is the NASDAQ right here. Okay. And if this is on the 1 hour time frame, I believe. Yep. And this is Bitcoin. No, hold on. Is it on the 1 hour? Yes, it is on the 1 hour. Okay, so this is the NASDAQ 100 index futures. Okay. It doesn't look like there is a disparity. Okay. NASDAQ's trading lower. Bitcoin is sort of pulling back right now. But the idea is that NASDAQ has a positive correlation to Bitcoin because it's a tech stock as such. Okay. Well, Bitcoin is not a tech stock, but it's in the tech sector. All right. And analysts have said that when NASDAQ moves up, Bitcoin in principle should be moving up. Okay. But what we want to try and see is we want to try and see Bitcoin doing its own thing. Okay. Now, will earnings reports actually trigger interest in Bitcoin? Okay. That's what we're looking for, because we want tech companies to be performing and doing great with regards to their earnings, okay? And hopefully, Steve's given me a call, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe it? Steve is absolutely disturbing me. Steve, whenever Steve calls during the live streams, okay, it means that he's trying to probe me into something. He's trying to make me believe something is going to happen. We've got 10 more minutes until the start of the New York session, ladies and gentlemen. And that could mean that Steve is going to try and do something. So we must be mindful of that. But back to the earnings report. What you want to look for is you want to look for tech stocks that are showing a positive and earnings report that is accelerated. So you want to look for the last 3 quarters and determine how have they been performing on each quarter. Is it accelerated? If it is accelerated, then you want to look for stocks that are quite large cap. So anything that is trading above 1 million shares a day, you really want to see if those stocks are actually declaring higher than expected earnings reports. Okay. And with that information, you can then turn to Bitcoin and understand if they're going to relay that and put risk into tech stocks as such. So that's the disparity, you know. It's Buso Fitness, sorry. You hear me at 2 times the speed. Man, I better slow down if you're listening to me doing that. Okay then, so let's just go back to the chart right here a second and let's just understand Bitcoin's behavior. I need to drop down to the smaller time frame because it looks like we're going to start getting some activity very shortly. Bitcoin is now looking like many guys are probably drawing out the bearish flag, bullish flag and what have you, pennants, you name it, they're doing it. Okay. Now, let's assume the case, all right? If Bitcoin is going to break out higher, all right, then we need to see a clean break of this range. But what's concerning me is the fact that they have hit this range once, twice, 3 times, and no follow through. The moving averages are flat on the 15-minute time frame. 800 EMA, flat. 200 EMA, edging slightly, but it's kind of flat, and the 50 EMA sort of looks flat as well, but the 5 and 13 don't really have that much of a clear direction. Okay, what we're looking for, guys, is we're looking for the New York session to fully open 2 p.m. and then we want to see the stop hunt. We want to see that play out. Okay, I want to see them, if they're finished with this range, I want to see them try and break down lower on the idea that they are trying to trap traders. Now, if New York opens and Bitcoin simply flies through to the range to the upside, all we would need to see is Bitcoin breaking this range right here. And then when it does break that range, we would naturally anticipate the retrace to confirm the move, because at the same time, they could spike back down lower, ladies and gentlemen. What we're waiting for is the depth of the stop hunt. How big is it going to be? Okay, because we are going into the US Brinks session. That's what we're going into. It's the Brinks box. Now, the Brinks box itself is what they call the money trade. In other words, it's going to set up the session, which will pretty much determine what is going to happen to price throughout the rest of the day, or the narrative for the rest of the day. Okay, now remember, guys, if you recall in the stream on Sunday, I was talking about the sooner they move away from the psychological ranges, okay, the more inclined we are to believe that they're going to try and reverse price throughout the week. So ideally on the Thursday. But what we've had right here, guys, is they've come away from the psychological ranges and come straight back into them at the same time. Okay, so we're just waiting now. They are stuck around the psychological ranges. As long as they stay above this point, it's cool and great news for us. If they can't maintain this range and they break down lower, Bitcoin is likely to try and break into this previous zone to test the intention of this move, because ultimately we're still waiting for the retrace, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, the structure of today's stream as well, ladies and gentlemen, and once the New York session opens at 2 p.m, we would have broken down Bitcoin's price action. We're going to see what it's going to be doing on the Bookmap itself. But more importantly, I want to try and dive into some altcoins as well. So if you are new to the channel, make sure you stay along for this if you are looking for some altcoin action. Okay, how many of you in the room today, ladies and gentlemen? Just 1,046 of you rolling through to the live stream. How many of you have actually posted in the TR ratio? Let's have a look. Where are we at with the TR ratio? Where we got, so pattern watchers, 53% of you have checked into the pattern watchers tab. Thank you very much for all the pattern watchers passing through. Steve is very good, very nice. Yeah, we like that, we like that. And 29% of you want sports commentary, please. Okay, then let's roll with it. 8 more minutes until the New York session starts to roll. What I want to try and do is make sense of what's going on here, guys, because you can see bright as day that nothing much is happening. Okay, they are trading above the VWAP, which is pretty decent. All right. And we've got some liquidity coming in right here, but the bulk of the liquidity is down here. Does it mean it's going to hit it? Not necessarily. What we want to see is we want to see a fake move, and that fake move failing will likely come and test this range, because what may happen is, as much as they are advertising orders down here, will they stay? Will they hold is the question. Okay, you can see that we've got 2,606 liquidation points, sorry, dollars worth of liquidations. Remember, these are small time frame developments. Okay, this is how each candlestick is developing. All right, so we're starting to see liquidations appearing of longs to the downside. So we might need to be aware of this. The bid and the ask seems to be actually moving quite tight. I'm not really seeing explosive candles coming in. Sorry, bubbles coming in. Not really seeing the activity. They may be calming it down just before the start of a new 1 hour candle. But this is what I wanted to relay over to you guys. Okay. In order to make sense of how Bitcoin moves, or how any asset moves, you do need to be paying attention to its behavior. All right, you can't just come to a chart and think, okay, I've got a system, I'm just going to simply apply it. When it says to go, you know, when price crosses above 1 point against the next, happy days. If only trading was that simple. All right, but here's an example right here. Earlier on, I shared a video to the patrons of the channel and tried to help them understand about the understanding of this move that has played out right here. So this was the video right here. And I was discussing and talking about the behavior of Mr. Market Maker in this area here. The narrative was saying that price was going up, okay? But it kept coming back down. And each time they moved price higher, they smacked it back down again. So it was consistent with them building shorts. Now, when you see this sort of development play out, ladies and gentlemen, you are in anticipation for a bigger play. Okay, because they've hit it once, hit it twice, they've done it the third time, and then they would in principle move out and then try and reverse the range. Okay, and that's exactly what had happened in this zone. So what I'm trying to say to you guys is this: when you are looking for the potential for a move to play out, look at this wick right here. All right, so we're going back into that point. Look at this. You've got 1, you've got the second point, 2, and then you've got the third range right here, which what they did was they initiated a stop hunt low right here, and then they snapped up and pulled it back. They've now recovered the same point. And the question that you're probably thinking is, well, hold on a sec, Tino, why have they not reversed from that point? What's the story about them coming back up into this point again? I'll tell you why. Because at this point, this is where they were able to trap traders long, at the same time hitting the liquidation points for the retail trader who's going short. Why would you not want to send price back up there again? Because you've got a lot of commitment in that zone. Just look at the volume candle down below. Look at that. Massive volume in comparison to the last move that they did over here. Now, this is on a 3-minute time frame. Okay, if we change the time frame itself, we're going to start seeing that, look, that stopping volume candle right there marks price up when the last time they did something like this, they had moved price higher and reversed away from it. So what I'm trying to convey to you guys is this. When you're trying to establish if Bitcoin is going to make a certain move based on what you are seeing developing, okay, ask yourself the question, where are they sending price and not following through with it? That's what you got to ask yourself. Look, 1, 2, 3 hits up. Where's the move? Why are we not seeing Bitcoin move higher? Don't get me wrong. If Bitcoin does break higher, it needs to break above the 41,312. Okay? If you want to try and exploit that, then you have to be prepared because you are in stop hunt territory, which is why we are witnessing Bitcoin's price action right now spiking up and down. This is the breakout from the stop hunt zone. Okay? Once we break out of this point, we are then going to have an understanding of how likely they are going to keep marking up price to the upside. Are you with me, ladies and gentlemen? Are you with me so far? Yeah, please press 1. Please do whatever you need to do in this live chat so that I know you guys are with me. Okay, cool. Wing Commander, what's happening? Who is in the room today, ladies and gentlemen? What is happening? Why am I so hyper? Because the markets are fully open now. The markets are open, and this is where we see the madness of Mr. Market Maker. I'm anticipating some very interesting price action in 3 minutes time, ladies and gentlemen. We need to bring up Bookmap just to make sense of what's going to happen. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, 2 more minutes until we actually see some fire in the charts. Quite interestingly, dollar yen today has been doing some mad numbers today, guys. Okay, the disparity between Bitcoin and dollar yen seems to be holding true. Okay, but for a few hours, all we saw was dollar yen rising and Bitcoin rising at the same time. Okay, so there's something going off. Gold is starting to break down, which may be leading to Bitcoin's drop down. But I'll tell you what, the day we see Bitcoin behaving by itself, that will be the transition. Okay, that would mean Bitcoin is out for itself. Rather than following the NASDAQ, rather than following the S&P, I don't know if we're going to get that point, but ultimately, if the S&P is trading lower, then the narrative across the board is going to be lower as well. People will have the sentiment of negativity. So they're going to reflect that in the charts. Okay. All right, then here we go, guys. 2 more minutes until the start of the New York session. We need to prepare ourselves. We know where we are expecting price. We do have this green vector candle right here that they have tried to come back into, which did test the daily open and then moved away from it, but haven't seen that follow through just yet. We are in and around the psychological high. As I said before, guys, we need to see a clean break of 41,311 in order for us to believe that Bitcoin can actually break higher so that we are in safe territory. Okay, but we are right now in the stop hunt zone. This area here, guys, is stop hunt worthy, and you can see that is evident with the way that we are seeing price wick up and down, up and down. They've come back up into this range right here, as you can see, the stopping volume candle, and we are now waiting for the New York session. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 2 more minutes. Here we go. Not even 2 more minutes, a few more seconds. Let's get the Bookmap up and let's see if we do get any activity. So you can see liquidations are happening up here. I'm not seeing any liquidity coming into the chart right there. That's a little bit of a cause for concern. I want to see liquidity coming in. Here we go. US Brinks is now open, ladies and gentlemen. And for the nature of demonstration, just keep an eye out, okay, on what is going on to the left of the chart with the Bookmap right here. Just notice how fast the bid and the ask start moving. So at the start of a new hour candle, things usually get a bit busy, okay? So what we wait for is for them to calm down just a little bit, all right? So that they can absorb all the orders. Because right now, New York is open, okay? Everyone's at their trading desks. They know what they're trying to do. So let's see that being reflected in the chart. US Brinks is on its way right now, ladies and gentlemen. Dollar yen is still moving up. Gold seems to be coming back down again. Let's see if Bitcoin is going to follow through with that. The government yields are still trading at 2.863. So risk is on, okay? But it's not coming into crypto just yet. Here we go. Now we've got the liquidity coming in. I need to bring this forward closer and closer just to see if we do actually get that liquidity coming in. No big deltas coming into the chart. Market maker looks like he's trying to lift the ask. Okay, they're trying to lift the ask. Slight recovery in this area. The M3 pivot has been tested. We want to see. Here we go. Here we go. Fast move coming in, ladies and gentlemen. New York is on its way. 33 Bitcoin absorbed at this point right here. So they're hitting stops. We may see some liquidations coming into this point. Some traders are potentially getting liquidated from this move. 41,000 taken. No clear breakthrough will solidify the stop hunt range. Remember what we said. 41,311 would need to be broken through with aggression for us to believe it's going to go higher. We are in stop hunt territory. What's happened here? 82 Bitcoin has been absorbed in this zone. Steve keeps on calling me, ladies and gentlemen, and I can't answer the phone, man. Look what's going on. Here we go. The bid and the ask are starting to widen out just ever so slightly. Here we go. I need to go in ever so slightly and see what 128 Bitcoin down here. I need to know the proof of this. Here we go. It keeps adding to this area here. Look, 138 now. Now it looks like we've got a bit of a stop hunt happening. Here we go. They're going to break down lower to test the daily open. If they can test the daily open, ladies and gentlemen, and actually break through it, right, then we will kind of know where we stand with everything so far. Okay? Right then, whilst... Oh, okay, look at that. Nice little breakdown lower. Here we go. If you are new to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, you're trying to make sense of this madness, be sure to subscribe. But more importantly, make your way over to the wiki. All right, we've got a Traders Reality wiki. Quickly, that's the Traders Reality wiki right there, where all the content that you require about the hybrid system is right there, and it's been contributed by all the members in the Discord itself. So make your way over to the Discord. It's free to join to check all that stuff out. All right, so here we go. Price now. We're working our way down. Look, 128, 130 Bitcoin. They keep adding and taking away. The bid has actually been dropped aggressively in this point after they've absorbed this liquidity right here. So this will be consistent with a stop hunt. Okay, but we haven't seen liquidation points just yet through the order book on Binance. Not really getting the reaction that I want. It's kind of muted. Okay, I need to zoom out and have a look what's going on here. The behavior of absorbing more Bitcoin down here is consistent because we've got 203 Bitcoin and 104 Bitcoin down there. If they're going to send price down into that range to trigger interest to sell from that point or buy, then we should see some activity at this point right here, which is the 40,860 range. Look, 112 Bitcoin coming in right now. So we need to just try and make sense of this. Seems to be holding the range. But remember, guys, listen, you can see the candlestick. Doesn't look like it's doing much, but this is what's happening inside of it. Here we go. 39 Bitcoin absorbed. They're coming back into this zone. Here we go. It's getting quite aggressive, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on to your horses, man. Hold on. They're absorbing. Here we go. They are hitting orders at speed right here. This is what a sweep is. They're just sweeping the liquidity down below. We should see some liquidations coming in at this point right now, telling me that they're trying to trigger the liquidation points for the longs. There we go. Trying to come down into the longs that opened at 85 million right here. It's 40,707. $85 million worth of longs at 100x were open, but also we had the same amount, not the same amount, but 40,276 is where the 50x long traders are. So let's see if they're going to actually rip into that range, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the VWAP down here, so that could be a point that they actually, price will magnetize towards that zone. There's your liquidation right there. So we've got some liquidations coming in. Ideally, I don't want Bitcoin to drop too much, but I want to see the retrace. Here we go. More liquidations. 1,712 coming in. So inside of this candle, people are getting eaten. The liquidity is being taken up. I mean, if Bitcoin does decide to break down lower, if it goes below the VWAP, then in principle, we are going to start looking for this liquidity down here, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, look, the liquidity is pretty stacked up down here. 135, 189, 90, 237, 150, and 307 Bitcoin down here. Is this the start of the drop? Maybe. Okay, we do have the futures market opening in 25 minutes. So if New York is going to continue with this move to the downside, we may see a bit of an aggressive move down lower. And then the 2:30, the futures market's open, see a bit of a recovery, continuation to the downside. Okay, but remember what we said. This is stop hunt territory, ladies and gentlemen. Stop hunt territory. We've got to sit tight with this. Okay, market maker must be Greek. Hopefully. Ladies and gentlemen, I have had my coffee and I am pumped. I'm excited to be back at the charts, guys. And this is what I love to do. Okay, so here we go. Looks like it's getting quite aggressive. What time? This is a 15-minute time frame. We need to drop into the 5-minute time frame. Make sense of what is actually happening. Have we got any stopping volume candles coming in? Not so much. What's volume doing? Starting to rise and taper off a little bit. The daily open may need to be tested for us to see the proof of this move, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Let's bring that up. Here we are. So we've got Delta coming in. 144 Bitcoin absorbed in this area here. As you can see, Delta's coming in a negative. So this may be the start. Okay, because they've already been hitting the delta, positive deltas to the upside, and makes you ask the question, well, if price is rising, well, I should go long. Well, that's how the retail trader sees things. Mr. Market Maker needs to trap him. Look at the liquidations that have just appeared in this area right here, guys. It's crazy. Here we go. Here we go. Bitcoin making the move down to the daily open, ladies and gentlemen. Break the VWAP. Is it going to break the VWAP? More liquidations, 3,000. Here we go. More liquidations coming in. 5,414. That was a nice little hit right there. Still not broken the VWAP itself. Might be a bit of an interesting move right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just look at what's going on. Dollar yen, where you at? Dollar yen is... God, dollar yen is flying up. So dollar yen is pretty much causing this move. Okay? Dollar yen rising. Bitcoin dropping. Gold seems to be dropping down as well. S&P trading lower, 0.38%, not fully open just yet, ladies and gentlemen. We might get a bit of a gap down in the Nasdaq and the S&P. Here we go, just about to break through. You may see some more volatility right here, ladies and gentlemen, the VWAP. Okay, that will solidify that they favor lower prices, so we might see that big push down lower. Let's see if they do actually finalize it. Let me just go on to the higher time frames just to make sense of it all. Here we go. So there's that drop back down. And blue vector candle right there. No follow through on that candle. But remember, guys, daily open is here, so we might get a bit of interest at this point. If they're going to break through, they need to break through with speed and aggressively take this zone. As I said to you, this is the stop hunt territory. So making sense of whether you take trades on this, don't get me wrong, you can go on smaller time frames and try and exploit the fluctuations away from the 50 and back towards the 50, as you can see right there. But now that we've had the cross of the 5 and 13 on the 3-minute time frame, trying to test the 50 EMA. If they release the 50, they'll come in towards the psychological high, which would in principle be the test of this vector candle right here. So if they're going to try and move higher, they need to bounce from these two ranges right here. Remember, the daily open is also about sentiment. When people see positive price action, they're like, oh, okay, so Bitcoin's trading positive, that means it's a good thing. What they may not understand is if prices come back down towards it to try and test it and move away from it, is they could be getting set up for a breakdown. So that will encourage traders to do something in this point, okay? And this is what we're waiting for. Here we go. What's the delta say? 52 Bitcoin absorbed right here. Seems to be holding in this point. May see a test of the VWAP. Might actually hold here. So if I zoom out and have a look at what's been trading to the side right here, we're going to now make sense of this area of accumulation. Hold on. I'm not really seeing much liquidity. It's all down here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the zone, man. 540 Bitcoin added at 40,200. Something is brewing, ladies and gentlemen. Are they going to sacrifice us today? Are we going to see that volatility coming into the chart? 8,193 liquidations and 146 Bitcoin was absorbed in this area here. So they're sweeping the longs, trying to take advantage of the retail trader, going long and hitting his liquidation points. This is where the test is right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we get it. Let's see if we do break down. Are you excited? Are you excited for this? I'm so glad to be back. Yes, 22 minutes until the official open. That includes all the futures markets coming into the chart. Whilst we're waiting for Bitcoin to do its madness on here, let's have a look at Luna, because Luna was doing okay this morning. Okay, here we go. So Luna seems to be forming good support in and around this zone right here. But again, it could break down because we do have this vector candle range right here, which could be an indication of them coming in to test for future support. Okay, trading away from the daily open, that's not a good sign. Ethereum, where's Ethereum at right now? Come on, Ethereum, what you got for me? See, look, man, Ethereum. 800 EMA, flat. Just be quiet, Alexa. 800 EMA flat, 50 flat, 200 flat, 5 and 13 flat. We're waiting for a move, okay? Ethereum's got this blue vector candle, so be mindful of this blue vector zone on the 15-minute time frame, okay? Remember, when you're looking for momentum, you ideally want to see the 1-hour time frame, the 5 and 13 EMA, as you can see here, crossing above the 50. So That happened right there. You would have been able to capitalize on some move to the upside. When it starts to break down, you're waiting for price to break through the 5 and 13, retest into it to continue back down lower. We don't have that yet with Ethereum. We don't have that yet with Bitcoin. Okay? What we're waiting for is, are they trying to trap traders into the belief that it's going to continue higher from this point? And New York will verify that. And we just need to sit tight because, as I said, we are in stop hunt territory, ladies and gentlemen. We've just got to sit tight and wait for them to manipulate the range and show us the proof that they want to move higher, or if they're getting ready to drop price into these areas here, such as the psychological low, which will take us into the recovery of the green vector candle range down here. So let me just get rid of that to clear it up for you. And see the key zones right here. And then, of course, if we do violate this range right here, that's the structure. And then this will be the heads up of the structure potentially being broken. Okay, so let's see what we've got right here. I'm going to go into 15-minute time frame. Let's see what we've got. Okay, can you see that clearly, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, Bookmap showing they're not breaking through that VWAP just yet. They've just liquidated a few players. So naturally, a little bit of a recovery coming in. Not much liquidity coming in as they're trying to move higher. The book is in balance to limit buys. So we want to see price coming down. Okay, because that's where most of the liquidity is. And you can see that they're starting to move closer and closer. That 538 still is static in the chart. They haven't changed that just yet, ladies and gentlemen. 117 Bitcoin above that. 311 right there. Ideally, I want to see these stay present. I don't want them to actually take any of the liquidity off. Naturally, they will. Look, 310, now it's gone to 307. They may be marking it up higher into these zones. Seems to be a lot of activity happening right here. 216, just look at that. Pay attention to this. Why is it changing so often? Something's brewing right now. We're waiting for something. Delta, 56 Bitcoin right there. Sam was doing okay. Algorand, multi-day potential, peak formation low, maybe. I mean, if we start looking at the peak formations and have an understanding about everything, I mean, look at dollar yen, man. Crazy move to the upside. Currently in the long with dollar yen that I took earlier on, well, yesterday evening. And currently in 2 trades with dollar yen to the upside. 130 is what I'm waiting for. But it just doesn't look like it's going to stop, man. It's a crazy move. Yen itself is 13 days away from its peak formation, which is absolutely phenomenal. And it's 8.25 times its ADR. ADR is the average daily range. So it's literally gone beyond that. Okay, nearly, look at it. ADR times 3 is the common practice. So it can achieve 344 pips on a weekly basis. Okay, and you can see they've done 8 times that. So you can appreciate how much dollar yen has moved up, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolutely phenomenal with this move to the upside. With that being said, if we look at Bitcoin's peak formation, it seems as though that Bitcoin right now is actually starting a new structure. Okay, so we'll just wait for Bitcoin to come up right there. Doesn't look like it's going to be doing it just yet. Leave that. Here we go. No structure right there. Let me see if it's going to come back up again. Let me bring that. Bitcoin, come on. It's not responding. That's about right for my computer, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Bitcoin coming back up. So what we got here? Drop, retrace, continuation. We're looking at this on the development of this candle. So you're diving into what's going on inside of this candle right here. Okay, here we go. Quarter past, new 15-minute candle in 30 seconds. Here we go. Let's have a look at what's going on the smaller time frames. Can we make sense of that? Here we are. Come back up into this range right here. Where's the 50? Here we go. Always wait for the retrace. This is the proof of the move to the downside. Are they going to come back up, reject the 50 to come back down? 12 seconds. Let's see what they do. New 15-minute candle. Look at the structure, ladies and gentlemen. Looks familiar, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3 maybe. Yeah? Here we go. 1 minute. Here we go. New 15-minute candle. Doesn't break through the 50 on that candle. Doesn't break through it. What does that mean? Are we going to see the rejection? There's a rejection right there. How long is it going to last for is the question. Didn't take the daily. Didn't take the 200. That's a good sign. But they've just absorbed liquidity right here. And you can see from the volume down below. Look. There it is right there. Volume, whilst it's coming up, is starting to drop. Okay? That's consistent with stop hunts and them preparing for something else. If it's going higher, you want to see it rise. from the biggest point, and now they've just reduced it completely. Is this the start of the move to the downside? Let's see by the proof of the break of the daily open, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Drop, retrace, continuation lower maybe. Let's see if they do it. Let's see if they do it. Here we go. Tino, where can we get that indicator that shows the ADR times 3? It is in the Discord. Forget Bojo. That's funny. Here we go. Look at this. What have we got here? All right, look. So they've look what's going on. Got a vector point right there. So they've rejected this. They're not looking to go lower from this point right now. The retrace still seems to be playing into this range, so we need to wait and see. 15 more minutes, guys. 15 minutes until the start of the New York session. What are you doing, Tino? Here we are. Let me just clear this up. So you've got clear. Look at this. 5 EMA flat. 13 sort of flat in itself. Activity itself is not really coming into the charts, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see some activity at the start of the New York futures markets. This will be quite monumental if they do what I think they're going to do. Okay, they've done the business up here. Are they going to try and do it? Look, the Brinks has initiated one reversal from the high, hasn't, and it's made the low down here. So we're now waiting to see, is this going to be the money trade? Here we go. Bitcoin coming up. Delta coming in. Delta's coming in. Be careful. Don't even consider taking trades. That's not financial advice. It's common sense. Don't get involved in the stop hunt area. You're waiting for a clear direction, because imagine they're building positions right now. Many traders believe it's going to go higher. Many traders believe it's going to go lower. But we're going to see very shortly what their true narrative is, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? I'm hoping that they do it at the start of the New York session. I'm hoping that they do it at the start of the New York session. Sorry, the futures market itself. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance is going up. It looks like that's the case. But more importantly, whether the dominance is going up or not, it's what they do in this zone. That's all I'm interested in. Okay? That's what I'm interested in. We want to see the proof of this. I'm just waiting, patiently waiting, ladies and gentlemen. Yen still going up. Does not look like it's stopping. Here we go. Spike down lower. Let me just bring this closer to the chart so we can make sense of what's going down closer in the chart itself. Here we go. All right, then. So here's one point. Look, so big delta at that point right there. So delta reading would have been a positive reading right there, trapping traders to go long. Happy days. They rip it to the downside. Negative delta reading coming down to trap traders to go short. Reverse it back up. Same principle. Positive delta reading, not as big as this one, but a positive delta reading to trap traders to go long to try and reverse it back down again. We're just waiting for this zone. This zone right here is going to be the proof of the move. Here we go. Big bulky order coming in. So 12 Bitcoin right there. No absorption just yet. Not sweeping for anything. Liquidity coming in there. 103 now down to 90. 104 right there. We've got some activity coming into the order book. Remember, this is the order book for Bitcoin in Binance. If we look at the Bookmap on Bitcoin on multiple exchanges. So look, you can see Bitstamp, Bitfinex, Coinbase Pro, FTX and Kraken. Just look at that liquidity right there. Yeah? The principle says that we should see some interest coming in at this point right here. If the interest doesn't appear, it's going to rip through it. All right? Look at that big delta right there. Positive delta reading to the upside, it reverses it back down. Okay? If they're going to come to either of these ranges, because you can see what range we're in right now, guys. We're flat. All right? And now we've got the commitment in the sense where traders are trying to fill orders above and below. Above and below. This looks like an algorithm. Right here. Looks like an institutional player trying to get bulk orders filled at these points right here, ladies and gentlemen. Are they building the shorts above key notable areas? Where are we in terms of price action? The 40,500 zone. So if we look at it, mark that off. Go on your charts right now, guys, and mark off the 40,500. That's what you want to do. Mark that off, okay? That's where we are right there. Then mark off the 40,750. That will take us to this point right here. There we go. Happy days. Just there or thereabouts. Building shorts above key notable areas. They've spiked the 41. I mean, we could go to the extreme and mark off the 41 range as well, ladies and gentlemen, just to be a little bit more precise. And here are our three ranges. Stop Hunt City. Something's going to release from here. I'm believing that if they break down from here, we're going to start tapping into this structure right here. And then in principle, price would try and retrace back up after hitting the liquidity in this area here to try and test to move down lower. Okay? That's what in principle we could be seeing. But we are in stop hunt territory. Look at it coming back up again, ladies and gentlemen. Just look at it. Here we go. What we got? 21 minutes past. Ah, man. Mr. Market Maker surprising us. You're going to test this liquidity right here. This is where they sold at a premium from. They made mark price up higher from that point to try and sell from that zone again. Let's see on the Bookmap itself. Sailor is having coffee on the moon right now. Happy days. Here we go. Look, sharp move. There you go. Sweep. So they're absorbing Bitcoin. Here we go. Absorbing the Bitcoin. Moving up. Moving up. Going to try and move it up into the same territory that they sold from again. Let's see if they do it. Stop hunt territory, ladies and gentlemen. Selling at a premium. Getting ready to try and reverse. This behavior. US Brinks. So crucial, guys. So crucial. We bring that over there so you can see it clearly. Here we go. They seem to be holding this daily open very well. Okay? Very well. But let's see if they can actually do the numbers. They've done once. They've done twice. They've tried to come down. No break of the 13 EMA. That's good news for us. But we know where we need to end up for us to believe it's going to break higher. And if they do break higher, then it's going to be an aggressive speed candle move. So we just got to sit tight. Just wait because we haven't broken any definitive structure just yet. Here we go. Delta coming in, book, no, literally hardly any volume. This is the problem that we've got. Hardly any volume is coming into the chart. Okay then, cool. Where are we at right now? 1,600 of you beautiful people have passed through to the stream. Mad love and respect for passing through, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you can catch up with these lives throughout the week. In my community post, I've updated you with the times that I'll be going live this week. 2 p.m. GMT UK time, family. That's where it's at. That's where the pattern watchers reside. So get involved with the Discord. Do what you need to do so you can understand this madness that we call trading. Okay, here we go. Something seems to be happening right now. All right, bid and ask. They seem to be lifting the ask quite well, but they don't follow through with it. Yen is still holding the 128,650 range. Okay, come on. 7 more minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 7 more minutes. Let's just go over and have a look at some altcoins whilst Bitcoin is doing its thing. Okay, so best performers today so far, ladies and gentlemen. Lattice token. What's going on there? Lightly traded coin. I don't really like these little gaps in the chart. One of those coins that it's one of them things where if you've got it, happy days. Trading it, different story. Sand. Let's have a look at Sand. Nice, aggressive move by Sand to the upside. Notice how it's come away from the psychological ranges and now it's stalling in this range right here. Maybe a news play, regardless of whatever it is. Remember the video I showed you earlier on this morning. You're looking for the structure right here, the rise, the retrace, the continuation to the upside. You're looking for these vector candles to come in. Your entries in principle could be down here. They could be in this area to ride the potential of a move higher. Now that Sand has made this move to the upside and hit last week's high, we're going to wait and see if we're going to see a little bit of a consolidation with a continuation to the upside, maybe even try and formulate this structure like so to try and make the move higher. But it all depends on what Bitcoin's going to do at the start of the New York futures markets. EGLD has been showing some beastie movement, man. Look at this. Beautiful structure down below. W structure, rise up, retrace, continuation. Yeah, there's that structure yet again. Entry 1 zone, entry 2 zone, shift out, consolidate, same pattern formation, again, shift out. Entry criteria, first green vector on above the 50 EMA, break out the previous high where the retail trader had committed his longs again, and now he's realized the return higher, shake them out with the purple vector, stop hunt rise to the high. This is where you should be getting out your trade if you are already in this trade itself, okay? Flux was showing me some beastie movements, man. Look at this. Nice, sharp V-shaped play right here. Breaking above the 50, 200 EMA, heading towards the psychological high and low. Unless it breaks away from this range, then they could actually be sending price back up into this zone for us to see price come back down again, because that's initially where they had triggered off most of the sales in that area. Okay, Zilliqa seems to be doing this standard stuff right here. For some reason, I like it when Zilliqa moves, but it's quite a choppy coin in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't really do much for me. Okay, so one of those holding coins and favoring longer term perspective. SXP, look at that. Nice play right there by SXP, following similar to Flux. We've got the nice structure right here. Hasn't even tested the 50 until it's come back into this point on the 15-minute time frame. Second test of the 50. Now we're waiting to see if it's actually going to formulate potentially an M formation right here, which could play out. They could actually mark off the actual M formation right here because the green vector hasn't followed through in this range. And this is something you want to be aware of as well, guys. When you see green vector candles appearing at the highs and no follow through, you're getting set up for a stop hunt to drop down lower. Okay. What else have we got here? GMT, actually, I'm going to look at GMT because GMT has been moving like no tomorrow. Okay, here we go. Where are we at? Let's have a look at GMT. Now, listen, this is obviously a news play and it's been consistent with doing this quite some time now. When you've got a coin like this, always consider taking profits. This is the problem with the altcoins. They are explosive. They're dynamic. They can move at a moment's notice. If you're not taking profit out of altcoins, get out of the game of trading. If you want a safer way of trading, you look for coins that are trading with more liquidity, like Bitcoin and Ethereum. That way, the big explosive moves, you know, you can anticipate them and you can see their development. But altcoins just shift out. You haven't got time to sit and waste. Now that it's made this move to the upside, it's consolidated at the 50 EMA. So things might get a little bit interesting for us. So you've got to be careful with this, okay? They could break down. They've let the 50 come to price. So that means that they've been stalling. The momentum hasn't been maintained in this zone. So you must be mindful of that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. What else have we got? I like Coty. Coty likes to move aggressively sometimes. Here we go. Where we at? So there's your structure. Most of the coins are doing this structure right now. You can see drop, retrace into the zone, vector candles present. Bit of a resistance at the psychological range. Now listen, anytime you've got a coin trading within the psychological range, the first thing that you're waiting for is a clear, definitive break away from it. Because this range is where the market maker in principle sets his spread for the week or the range that he's going to be trading towards or away from. Okay? So this psychological high and low, if you are new to the channel, takes the first high and the first low that's formed at the start of a trading week. The narrative says that price is going to behave in a particular fashion at the start of the week, which will reflect if it's going to trade away from it, but sometimes come back towards it towards the end of the week. But what we've seen, especially with Bitcoin, is they've actually come straight back into those ranges, which will take me back into that 3 minutes until the start of the New York futures, ladies and gentlemen. Are we going to get that move? Here we go. Is Bitcoin going to shower us with some love or is it going to bring the tears? Here we go. Again, come back up into that point, ladies and gentlemen. Sold off from that range and they pulled it back down again. Remember, these are smaller time frames, okay? As scalpers, you really want to be looking for at least an entry and try and exploit a move between $100 to $300 move for a scalp, okay, just to cover your fees. All right, so you just be careful trying to take advantage of the Bookmap and going short on these ideas right here. This is a development play right now. We are waiting to see if the stop hunt is going to continue or they're going to actually collapse the range and bring it back down. So we're waiting for that range right there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, what are you guys saying in the chat itself? 1,103 of you passing through on the TR ratio. Mad love and respect for checking in. Pattern watchers, 52 of you are in here. What have we got? 1,600 of you beautiful people. 700 likes. I like all 1,600 of you. So 693 of you only like me. That's sad days, man. Where's the love, ladies and gentlemen? Anyway, regardless of that, back to the chart. Look, 41 nearby. They've already spiked 41, come down. Spiked it again, come down. 41 seems to be a point where they can grab more longs. Match it up with the idea of the delta bubbles right here. Closing higher, sweeping the liquidity to try and reverse it out. They need to break above the 41.90 for us to be safe with the idea it's going to happen. Here we go. Futures markets open, ladies and gentlemen. Let's roll with the flavor. Here we go. Futures markets. Here's the action. Here's the action. No liquidity coming in. Liquidation stops. Shorts are being liquidated. Here we go. Hold on to your horses, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. We've got the money's coming in. No break on 41 just yet. Expect a wick. Expect a wick in this area, guys. Liquidity coming in. Shorts being liquidated. Here we go. Here we go. Ah, absorption. Here we are. Look at that, man. Look at this crafty, guys. Come towards the 40. Didn't even take the 40. 40,998 and they're snapping it back down. Needs to hold this because price hasn't broken above the 5. Sorry, price hasn't broken the 5 and 13 EMA. Here we go. Here we go. Wait. Don't do anything. Wait. They're liquidating traders. Don't buy into the hype. Don't do anything, guys. Be careful. Be very careful. We're in stop hunt territory. Look, we need to break above this area clearly for us to believe it's going to go higher. Let's see if they can do it. Dollar yen dropping down. 128.56. New York futures markets, not even a minute open, ladies and gentlemen. And they are still working the ranges. Here we go. Look at that. Liquidations right there, man. Those crafty. They are... Man, I want to say what I really want to say, but I can't say it because it'd just be a terrible thing to say to the beautiful public, and it's just not great. Here we go. Steve calling me earlier on, trying to make me do some stuff. What are you trying? Here we go. They've liquidated some traders right here. Absorbed 88 Bitcoin within 0.01 second. That's a fast absorption. It's consistent with a stop hunt. There's that move. That was the trick right there, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Market Maker trapping the retail trader. And you know what? Bitcoin can move up from this point, but the damage has been done. That's my point to you. You're in the stop hunt territory, ladies and gentlemen. The damage has been done. Traders went long right now. That's clear and evident by the stop liquidation hunts. And of course, Bitcoin being absorbed right there, or 88 Bitcoin quickly absorbed right there, which gives us the clue that Mr. Market Maker rolls in with a stop hunt. The delta is positive, manipulating traders back into the VWAP itself. Let's see if they can hold this VWAP, because that's going to be the proof of this move, ladies and gentlemen. That will be the proof. Man. Traparoo. I like that. The traparoo, ladies and gentlemen. The traparoo. That's what it is. You're in stop hunt territory. Look at the aggressiveness of the candle. Look at it. Let me zoom into it. Look. Spike up. Spike down. It can go up from here, guys. But what I'm trying to get you to be aware of is the intention. All right? Where you are impulsively designed by nature to react. But what you need to do is let everyone else react, and then you will follow afterwards. Let them manipulate the range. Look, 1, 2, 3 hits to the high. Is Bitcoin going to break higher, or are they just spiking this area? Because we are in a stop hunt territory, my friend. Milad, mad love and respect, bro. You don't have to do that, my boy. Thank you so much for that. FTD, baby. For anybody new to the channel and you want to know what FTD is, I unfortunately can't declare what FTD is in the live stream, but I'm sure members in the chat would explain what the FTD stands for. I'm going to do the polite version, and it's pretty much fool the dealer, okay? Because the dealer is up against you, yeah? But when you fool the dealer, what we're trying to say is something else. Pattern watchers, please declare what it is, what FTD stands for. All right, look at this V play right here. You can see, guys, when you try and trade these intricate zones, especially in Bitcoin, look. Delta coming in. Are they going to try and sell off again from this point? New York futures. It looks like they're trying to formulate the high. Here it is. Be careful. Nothing yet. Be careful. Delta coming in. It's going up. Not following through. Don't like it. Come on, Bitcoin. Show us your worth, man. If you can take yesterday's high, then that will be a good day for Bitcoin. But we're in stop hunt territory. Look, liquidation's coming in. Delta's rising. Oh, Delta's getting big. Come on. Are they going to solidify it? They're hitting short liquidations right now. Let's have a look at the shorts. They're going into those shorts. Here we are. 100x traders are being eaten alive right now. 100x shorts are getting taken. We've got 16 million right there, 10 million, 11 million in that zone. If we zoom in a little bit closer, we might see that clear as day. How close are the 25x traders so that we can make sense of what's going on right here? Come on, man. Forget it. We'll look at that in a sec. Look at that stop hunt, you crafty. Look at them. Okay. I need to understand what's going on in the smaller time frames. Here we go. Look at that. Look at them. Horrible full recovery of the green vector candle. No follow through. New York may have established the high. 1, 2, 3 hits to the high. We'll know if this candle can actually hold. Delta opening. Look at that big green delta again. 239 Bitcoin absorbed within 0.01 seconds. That's an absorption right there. They're just taking that liquidity. Shorts are being liquidated. 11K right there. 6,464 right there as well. Several events. If we zoom out a little bit more, we're going to see a little bit more. We're going to see them aggregated together. So 116,000 shorts absorbed there. 17,000 right there in 14 events. Still holding that VWAP, guys. That's a good sign. So far, so good. Still holding that VWAP. So that could be that's a good indication. Quite frankly, guys, what I want to see is I want to see Bitcoin just do this all day today. I want to see it just whip up and down, because the more they spend in this area here, the more information we're going to have about any move that could particularly break away from either to the upside or to the downside. Okay, this is what we're trying to establish. But it seems as though with the start of the futures markets right now, it might have a reflection on how Bitcoin's going to relay out later on. So let's just have a look at that right now. Look at the NASDAQ. Here we go. NASDAQ, stop hunt low, shift it back up again. Still within the structure, can't break above the 50 EMA just yet. Still trading below the 200 EMA on the 5-minute time frame. Looking on that right there, looks like they want to try and break higher. But we're going to have, look at that, sharp plays, man. Always, the first 2 hours of any New York, any open is going to bring you the fire, ladies and gentlemen. That's when the moves are going to start happening. Let me just have a look at dollar yen for a second. Dollar yen still trading upwards, man. This thing ain't stopping. Let me just pull up Bitcoin again above the 42 zone, 41,000. Still not breaking through it, spiking up. Not seeing that commitment 2-minute time frame. Wick. He's just consistent with it, man. It's just consistent with the stop hunt. They are really working this range for a particular reason. They may try and break up higher, man. But they've hit it once, twice, 3 times and no follow through just yet. Maybe the start of a new 1 hour candle will see that. Remember, guys, they need to break out of this structure here for us to really believe Bitcoin can move higher. Then they can do whatever they want in this area here. But until they break out yesterday's high, there's nothing for us to consider. Here we go. We've got clusters of trades right here. Not really showing direction. Delta's coming in. Selling premium. Selling at a high. No imbalance at the top right there. No volume coming in. Seems like they're keeping it pretty quiet. There she is. There she is. There's that move. Oh, sharply comes back in. That's interesting. So what did we get? 166 Bitcoin right here at 41,000. Straight after 69. Let's zoom in a little bit more. Are we going to get the activity on the smaller time frames? This was similar to last week, ladies and gentlemen, if you remember. Last week, they did exactly the same thing. Are they going to follow through with it, man? I really do hope. Okay, trading day, what's good? Tino, you get morning regardless what price action is doing. Listen, guys, we are here today to try and understand Mr. Market Maker. Whether price goes up or down, what I'm trying to get you to do is to train your eyes to understand the behavior. Because I promise you, they're going to do it again. They are going to do it again. Is this behavior consistent with Powell having a conversation later on at the week? All right, we've got Powell releasing a statement, or the conference with Powell. He's going to testify. Is that going to be reflective on Bitcoin? What's the Fed going to do? Because dollar yen can't keep going up. It has to come back. It needs to come back. I'm mis-shorting that currency pair. I've not spent any time with dollar yen. All the FX gang in the channel have been killing it with dollar yen. Here we go. Delta coming in. Come on, Delta. Bring the fire. Bring it down. Recovery. Come on. There it is. That's what you look for. That is speed, ladies and gentlemen. Now what we're waiting for is the confirmation of that. They've just stepped in and just released liquidity. Okay, so they've hit a lot, 258 Bitcoin. Someone's been liquidated. A green box should appear in this area. Someone's been liquidated on the long of Bitcoin because someone went long in this area here. Consistent with the stop hunt territory. I'll be straight with you, ladies and gentlemen. Take out, go in the charts and look for New York opens and just pay attention to how price behaves. It's stop hunt territory. This is what the Brinks box is all about, which is this area right here. Look at that. Look at the treachery of it. stop hunt, man. You see how there's no direction. It's up, it's down. It's up, it's down. Orders are coming in. Bitcoin to 42. Bitcoin to 51. Bitcoin to 60. Bitcoin to 12 million. Bitcoin to 0. That's all being put into this area right here. Okay? And Mr. Market Maker, he ain't going to pass by on an opportunity to get his orders filled. Do you think he'll do that? He never leaves any money unturned. All right? This is the area where he can actually exploit every single one of us, ladies and gentlemen. All right? We're trying to make sense of whether he's going to keep price in this area or is he going to break out and move higher. Okay? This is it. Harun, listen, when dollar yen moves up, Bitcoin in principle should be moving down. But that's not what's happening. And that's information. Because who's going to break? Is it consistent with the stop hunt? If Bitcoin is going to break out, we need yesterday's high to be completed. This is on a 2-minute time frame. Just look at it on the hourly. Look. It needs to break away from that range because they'll be breaking the structure from where they last manipulated price from. Okay? Then once they break out of this point, we will then have this zone up here to contend with, 41,581. But if they can't, then price action is going to do some damage to us if it can't break out from yesterday's high. Okay? The stop hunt principle, ladies and gentlemen, is the market has originally tricked traders into coming into the charts, which is what you see right here. A wick tells you that there was commitment, not people rejecting. Okay? People are not rejecting price. In other words, they don't like price anymore. They want to drop it down. Yeah? That's not what that's saying. That's saying that there is liquidity that has been absorbed in that area. Mr. Market Maker snaps it back down. Well, look, liquidations happen all the time, ladies and gentlemen. There is a lot of longs being opened in this area. So Mr. Market Maker wants to supply that narrative and gives people the belief that it's now time to go higher. Guess what? It probably can go higher. But we want it to go higher with conviction. Okay, because right now, if people are going long in this area here, the market is pretty much advertising an opportunity for you to make money. Question is, when it does go higher, are you going to take a profit or are you going to hold on to it? But Mr. Market Maker can trap traders into the belief that if he's able to grab people's attention and get them to commit here, he can then get shorts filled at higher prices, which is why he's wicking the range up and down, just to grab the liquidity from all angles. Here it is. Is Bitcoin going to follow through? Come on, Bitcoin. There's your delta. This could be the stop. Look, we've still got this wick right here. So we're still in the stop hunt territory. Big delta. Big delta. Man, I am actually streaming longer than I had anticipated, ladies and gentlemen. Please forgive me if I'm chewing your ears off for too long. But seeing the fire. Here we go. Here we go. Blue vector candle. We know what that means. Delta's coming in. Pushing higher. We're going to see some more liquidation. 7,755. So, yeah, sorry, 77,005. What am I saying? 7,755. Gee, man, I can't even count. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Something's brewing, guys. Here we go. Are they going to come up? 327 Bitcoin up here, ladies and gentlemen. Can they take it? Is this the final stop hunt? Is this the proof of the move? Look at them not coming through. What time are we on right now? 2 more minutes until the start of a new 15-minute candle. Let me just bring that up for you. Is that a vector? Yes, that's a green vector candle. New York high being formed again. Here we go. Come on, Bitcoin. There it is. Look, they sharply snapped it. Come on. Get out of this territory, man. Get out of this range. Yen pulling back. That's good news. Yen is pulling back, so Bitcoin may be moving up. 27 seconds until the start of a new 15-minute candle. Will we get a follow through, ladies and gentlemen? Here we go. Yesterday's high in sight. Delta's building up. They're getting busy in here. Liquidation's coming in. Speed of candles not going anywhere, though. That's what I'm concerned with. It's not moving up. It's not actually following through. Come on. Give me that push. I want to see that break. And it's not happening. All they're doing is triggering the same guys who went long right here. Here it is. New 15-minute candle. Come on. Too long. It's taken too long. Way too long. They should have moved now. Is it happening? It's... Come on. Big green vector coming into this zone. They're coming into recovery of this wick right here, okay? So I'm not seeing the full commitment. The liquidity is obviously there because people are getting liquidated right now. 1, 2, 3 hits to the high. Is this it? There is that liquidity coming in again. Oh, come on, BTC. So I think Ameda is using an algorithm. Of course it is. They said it on their website. They've got they've got their algorithms running all day, every single day. Mad love and respect to people passing through. You know what? I would love to do this for 24 hours. I really would. And I would probably have the energy to do so. But I'd really need Bitcoin to be doing the movements, man. Like, we want fire. We want price action to happen continuously. Okay? I want to see that price action happening, man. And I might actually do that one day. I'm going to do a 24-hour stream of price action, dip in and out. So make sure that you subscribe to get notified when that actually does happen. I think I'm going to do it when I reveal myself as well. Face reveal. Face reveal. That's what I'm talking about. You know? Okay, look, Bitcoin, we've got the start of a new 1 hour candle in just shy of 14 minutes. They've marked price higher, okay? We haven't seen a follow through with the liquidity stacked up at here. 140, see that 20 Bitcoin was removed just then. All right, it was 141, then it's gone all the way down to 121 right now. It's just consistent with the stops. If we actually go back to last week, where was it? Here it is, right here. There it is. This is what we had last week. Okay. There's the structure. 1, 2, 3 hits to the high. This is where that point was, and they had moved down lower. And this is the zone. And this is exactly what they're doing right now. Are they going to break out of it? Looks like they want to try and test yesterday's high. Here we go. Come on, BTC. What are you doing? Remember, guys, this is stop hunt territory. Okay. It can go up. It can go down. If we get the clean break, here we go. Wait. Wait. Don't do anything. Do not be buying in these mad moments, ladies and gentlemen. That's not financial advice. It's common sense. They are wicking the range. Be careful. Okay? They are advertising to the retail trader, Bitcoin to the moon. Just be careful. Okay? Be extremely careful with these sort of plays. These are adverts. Okay? This is the market maker's monetization moment where he's saying, yo, come on, get your Bitcoin in, okay? Be careful. A clean break of yesterday's high would need to be established because they'll be breaking the structure, okay? And we want to see a retrace of it to continue higher. That would be the proof of the move, okay? Here we go. But just be extremely careful with it, ladies and gentlemen. Look, they're building. Look, man, Delta's coming in. Here we go. Be careful. Are they going to absorb this liquidity? Delta's coming in. I'm not seeing the fast move. I'm not seeing the follow through. Look, you can see the narrative of it. Up, come down sharply. Up, come down sharply. Yesterday's high could be a promise. Here we go. Up, pull back sharply. It's treacherous. Be careful. Be extremely careful. This is a 15-minute time frame. 1 hour candle. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. Going into it. Green vector candle. 11 minutes. Stop hunt territory, guys. Look how they just hit it and pulled it back. Look at that. Look at that. Now the liquidity's coming in. 225, 225 again, 150, and it's sharply pulling back down. Look at the delta. Just look at this madness in the chart, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so glad today is what it's doing right now. This is unbelievable. Am I texting Steve? Moon buys are stepping in, ladies and gentlemen. Moon boys are stepping in. Retail is stepping in. This is why we are seeing price action happening right now. Could be a news play, but people are motivated right now to step in. Mr. Market Maker is now getting his orders filled. So be extremely careful with these sort of plays, ladies and gentlemen. We always want the proof of the move. Okay? Remember that. Always want proof of the move. It appears that the structure seems to be following the narrative, but we want the proof of the move, okay? Until they fully break out of the range, there's no commitment. How long are they going to keep price up in this range? We are in stop hunt territory, so just please be extremely careful with this structure, ladies and gentlemen. Price action is rolling in fast and quick, so just be cautious. Here we go. Delta's coming in again. Got a red delta bubble, sorry. Yen still coming down. That's good news for us. What's gold doing? Still holding in that range. Here we go. Here we go. Wait for it. Oh, man. This is so tempting. If you are in profit, pay yourself. If you are in profit, pay yourself. Okay? But be careful. If you're buying when this is happening, who else is buying? Are you buying at a premium? That's the question you want to ask. Are you buying at a premium? You know? If we get 42, that'll be wonderful. That would then break this structure. Remember what we said about this structure here. Okay? Here we go. Be cautious. The start of a new 1 hour candle very shortly will be the proof of this move. Oh my days. I am breaking in a sweat right now, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Market Maker is bringing the fire to me right now, hoping that you guys can make something of it. Remember what we said, 41,340 is that important zone. Okay, now all of a sudden, what do you see? It's slowing down. What's happening? What's the story here? Why are you slowing down, Mr. Market Maker? I thought you wanted higher prices. What's the story? Yeah? Everyone waiting for a new high? Okay, bring the fire. Liquidity coming in. That liquidity down there's been removed. Look. Oh, come on. Look at how they're pushing up. Look how they're pushing up. Shorts are being liquidated like no tomorrow right here, ladies and gentlemen. But they keep marking it down. That 41,390 zone, 300, 400 zone is very important. Here we go. Yesterday's high, is it going to be a promise? The next candle will solidify it. The next candle will confirm that they want higher prices. Okay, so we must be cautious. Market Maker got filled. What exchange to short on for US? Oh, I couldn't tell you that, bro. Here we are, 41.33 again. We're back in that range again. This is the range it needs to break out from with speed. Look, they've moved up and recovered the previous wick, but there's no follow through. 6 more minutes until the madness will make sense. Come on, BTC. Listen, guys, I'm always wanting Bitcoin to go higher, but I'm always going to be taking advantage of movement. So hopefully you've learned a thing or two about this, the way price moves, ladies and gentlemen. Guess what? We're going to be doing it again tomorrow. Hopefully we actually do get the same kind of price action. Here we go. Come on. What have we got here? 259 Bitcoin right there. I'm not seeing it, man. Slowing down. This is important here. Slowing down. We've got delta, delta, delta. 1, 2, 3 hits up. 41.35 coming down. Look at how busy the chart is, man. They are, oh man, they're taking it all. Limit sales are being favored right now here. Okay? Do you know what? 5 more minutes. If we see a big red dot, big red bubble right here, then we would have our understanding that this is the stop hunt. If we don't get that big red bubble, okay, then this may continue just a little bit more. But the problem we've got is this push out hasn't broken this range with conviction. Why are they stalling? New 1 hour candle in 6 minutes time. I'm going to see that to you guys, and then I'm going to be making my way to get the mini Market Maker. As always, there are 3 things guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and me picking up my daughter at 3 o'clock. Here we are. When you actually focus on the candle's development in this situation, all right, imagine if you had gone long on this candle right now. You'd be saying to yourself, well, come on, Bitcoin, move, man. I thought you were moving up. And you're stuck in this zone. Hopefully it can continue. But right now, this is what we see. There's that deviation away from the 50 EMA. Big, strong deviation away from it. 5 and 13 pointing upwards. There's that pattern again. Smaller time frames. Can't look at them all. But 1, 2, 3, shift out. Happy days. So if you were in this pattern, profit taking would be necessary right now. Okay? 15-minute time frame. Oh, nice strong move. Come on, Bitcoin. There we go. breaking yesterday's high, ladies and gentlemen. Be careful. There's that big green bubble. Never jump on a running horse, they say. I like that. Never jump on a running horse. Oh, man, they've broken that range, ladies and gentlemen. They've broken the range. We ain't talking predictions, bro. Chicken's drinking water. Is this going to be the proof? This next hour candle will prove this move, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're waiting for. The proof of the move. Exchanges. Aren't platforms losing too much money? It's not that they're losing too much money. Remember, for every buy, there's a sell. Okay? Right now, traders are stepping into the chart. They can only buy if someone sells. They're being sold into. Market maker sells at a premium. Retail traders getting liquidated. They've broken yesterday's high. Now price seems to be faltering. It wants to try and come back a little bit. We've had an explosive move up. This is the stop hunt territory. They've already broken out of this area. The behavior is consistent. Okay? We want to see if the proof of this move is going to play out. How long are they going to keep moving price higher for? Because they're eating liquidations right now. Look, the liquidations are coming into the chart. And we were aware of this over here. Okay? So now they've got traders committed. Look at the longs. The longs coming into this chart right now. What's the total amount of longs? Come on. It never presents itself. I hate this. Never get to see it. Never mind. Well, we can assume that we've got 85 million there. A few more longs right there. Nah, no interest. Okay then, so look, yesterday's high's been broken. Okay, remember what we said. Breaking the structure, we want proof of the move. 2 more minutes until the start of a new 1 hour candle coming into play, which is the start of a new 15-minute candle. This is where we will know where we stand with this move, okay? Because if they just run to the upside from here, then fine. We've waited for the move. It's played out. They've moved higher. Fine. But we're anticipating a retrace. That's what we want from this move. Is this the stop hunt, the final stop hunt? That's what we're waiting for. Nasdaq is going up, so Bitcoin will follow, not rocket science. This is true. Nasdaq is going up. Bitcoin will follow. We said this. Okay? It is moving up. There's your Nasdaq little pattern right there. Going above the 50 EMA. Bitcoin is following the same structure. Earlier on, it wasn't doing such. Here we go. Yesterday's high seems to be a bit of an issue. What is the story here? Come on. Can this zone hold? Can this zone hold? I want to see this till the 3 o'clock candle. Here we go. Are we going to see it? Come on, Bitcoin. Limit sales, 33%, 20%. Come on, Bitcoin. 1 more minute. Proof of the move, ladies and gentlemen. Proof of the move. Look at this. Delta, delta, delta coming in. Is this it? I hope it's not. Let's see if they've got the beef in it. There's the beef. 44 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Are they selling at a premium? Are they finished yet? Are they starting to sell off at a premium? That's Mr. Market Maker. Let's see if they do it. 28 seconds. New 1 hour candle. Here we go. 3. 20. 3. What am I counting, man? 18 seconds left. Come on. Do you know what? I hope we do go to 100k. I have no problem with it. I'm talking about... Daddy, I'm waiting. I'm just talking about what Bitcoin could do from now for the next hour or two. That's what we got. Here we go. Look at liquidity coming in. Wait for it. New 1 hour candle. This is the proof of the move. Proof of the move, guys. 41,500 maybe. 41.6. Where is the liquid? Ah, look at what they're doing, man. That was a sharp play there. That was a very sharp play. Quite a sharp play right there. I need to bring this closer, man, so you guys can see it. There we go. Quite a sharp play right there. There's this block right here. 240, 43. Not taking it out just yet. Let's see if they are going to do it. 1, 2, 3 hits to the high. Is this it? If they break back down below yesterday's high, that's just BS. Absolute BS if it is. Come on, Bitcoin. Are they coming into these zones? They've gone beyond that point. 41, where are we hitting? We're close to this area, man. This will be breaking the whole structure here. Remember, if they can break this structure right here, guys, that will be a good sign. They need to break this structure because this would be, in principle, the peak of the formation right here. If they can do that, happy days. 41,584. Because then if they can break this structure, they will break out with aggression. Okay, price would then lead out. And we can retest back into that range, which will give enough time for us to see the 50 EMA curving up, 800 EMA going below the 50 EMA, and the 200 EMA crossing over the 800. Happy days. Let's see if they're going to do it, man. Will they do it? Here we go. BTC is bringing us the fire. Yen, where's Yen? Yen's moving up as well. Problem. Yen is moving up. Problem. I can't say BS. Australia just announced a Bitcoin spot ETF will open next week. Do you know what? They've been announcing ETFs all day, every day, right? And they've never followed through with them. Here we go. First, the 1 minute into this 1 hour candle. Here we go. I'm going to have to get going very shortly, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if they actually do follow through with this. Come on, Bitcoin. That wall right there. 250 Bitcoin. 264, 263. Here we go. Are they going to hit it? Tap it. Come on, 275. They're adding and adding and adding it. Still not taking it. Come on. Tap it, tap it. Hit that. Look at those liquidations eating the shorts right now. This might be a wicked out candle. Could be a wick. Oh, man, they didn't take it. Where have we seen that before? Come on, Bitcoin, man. Look at how close they get towards this point and they don't take it. Come on. Make the break. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, they did it. There it is. There's your liquidity run. Look at that wick. Oh, my days. I am thoroughly enjoying this price action, ladies and gentlemen. We are seeing the madness. We are seeing the madness. Be careful, guys, here. There's your proof. Look at that break. They've tapped the peak. They have tapped the peak of the formation. Snapping it back now. Yen creeping up. S&P doing okay. Nasdaq doing okay. Oh. Now to come back into these range to test the beef. That's what we're looking for. Testing it. Is the commitment there? Right there, look. These areas here. Price should in principle come down into these ranges. Test the same intention to come back up again. Limit sells. Limit sells. They want higher prices. Look at the imbalance. Limit sells favored. Oh, man. You know what else is going, man? Is FTD in play? You know what? It may actually be in play, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know just yet. Because we could be getting in a very... Look, they're breaking that structure, man. Come on, Bitcoin. They're breaking that structure. This is the peak right now. 41,589. Hit blue vector candle coming in. So we got some movement now. Blue vector, we know what that means. Oh, it's so nice of Bitcoin to do this for us today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if it can hold. This is the holding zone. This is the holding range, ladies and gentlemen. I've got myself a... Right, you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, mad love and respect. I thank you so much. Be sure to subscribe so we can make sense of this madness later on. Be mindful. If you are in profit, pay yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. And I will catch up with you later on. I hope today has served purpose. Take care of yourself, and I will catch up with you later. Peace.